America has had a long, complicated relationship with guns. Very complicated. In the 1960s, a series of national tragedies pushed Congress to act. John F. Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy, and Martin Luther King Jr., all assassinated. The Gun Control Act of 1968 was the federal government's first major attempt at regulating firearms in the United States. It restricted access to guns from prohibited people, required licensing for gun holders, and regulated gun imports and sales with record keeping. There, problem solved. However, gun violence did not just disappear. In 1981, an attack on President Ronald Reagan's entourage shocked the nation in the event known as the Six Shots at a Nation's Heart. President Reagan recovered, but White House Secretary James Brady was seriously injured and permanently disabled. Investigators later found that the weapon used had been legally purchased, despite the buyer John Hinckley Jr.'s criminal record. Enter the Brady Bill. The Brady Bill, named after James Brady, would make background checks mandatory for gun buyers. Lawmakers proposed the Brady Bill multiple times to Congress, but it always died. However, when Bill Clinton, governor of Alabama at the time, declared his support for the Brady Bill in his campaign for the 1992 presidential election, momentum for the bill increased, along with public support. Once Clinton was elected, he stated in the 1993 State of the Union address, "If you pass the Brady Bill, I will surely sign it." After a long back and forth between Democrats and Republicans in Congress, with all the Republicans opposing and the Democrats supporting, the Senate finally passed the bill on November 24, 1993. During the signing ceremony, James Brady stated, "What we are witnessing today is more than a bill signing. It is the end of unchecked madness and the commencement of a heartfelt crusade for a safer and saner country." The path to gun regulation took years and years of rallying by Brady. To James Brady, the signing of the Brady Bill meant a bright future, one with a secure and violence-free America. The Brady Bill went on to make significant impacts on society's safety. Gun violence dropped 40% from 1993 to 2000, and the Brady Bill's mandated background checks prevented more than 611,000 felons, fugitives, and domestic abusers from buying a gun. After the Brady Bill, gun control entered a new era, and each president has had their own stance on the topic. Barack Obama, although still advocating for the Second Amendment, expressed that it was his biggest frustration that he was not able to properly regulate and control the use of firearms. During his two terms, the first starting in 2008, President Obama was unable to pass major federal gun laws through a divided Congress, despite pursuing gun control in the form of expanded background checks and the utilization of new technology. The only laws he signed expanded gun rights, allowing concealed carry in national parks and Amtrak. Similarly, President Joe Biden pushed for strict regulations, including an assault weapons ban and universal background checks. While largely unsuccessful, he did sign the bipartisan Safer Communities Act, enhancing background checks and crisis funding, the first major gun law in decades. In contrast, our current president, Donald Trump, has taken a strong stance in support of the Second Amendment. In the 2023 National Rifle Association annual meeting, he stated, "It is a scandal and a tragedy that year after year, Democrats in Washington continue to hold common sense school safety measures hostage to their radical gun control agenda." Despite the fact that there were over 400 mass shootings in just 2025 alone, Trump has reversed Biden-era rules, signing an order to review and eliminate federal actions from 2021 to 2025 that infringed on gun rights, rolling back regulations on ghost guns and pistol braces. He has also proposed restoring gun rights to felons. While their approaches differed, each president reflected a broader national debate over how to balance public safety with individual rights. Overall, the Brady Bill did not end the gun debate, but permanently changed it. Over the past 30 years, it has played its role in reducing gun violence. However, gun violence remains a serious issue in the United States, and debates over gun ownership continue today.